Hello and welcome to another episode of The Top Shelf with me, Shantanu D. I hope you're all keeping well. I'd like to thank you all for subscribing, commenting, liking, and sharing a lot of my videos. Today we're taking a look at a bit of a showstopper, a bit of a show-offy sort of pen, but it's fun anyway. I don't know how practical it is, but let's take a look at it anyway. This is the Lamy Dialogue 3, and it comes in this rather large box, which I will show you. It has this foam thing on which the pen sits over here, and underneath you have an instruction booklet, a cartridge. I also got a converter with it, which is in the pen, and this rather interesting tool, which I will show you in a while. Keep that aside. Right, so we shut the box because it barely fits into the frame, and take a look at the pen. Now, here it is. This is the Lamy Dialogue 3. Now, this is a rather large pen, and it's really not suitable for very long-term or writing per se, but it's fun nonetheless. It's a very, very sleek design. Looks like something from the future, and in fact, it reminds me of that neuralizer from the Men in Black movies, where they flash it so that you forget that you've seen aliens, basically. Right, so that's that. This is the pen. It's as I mentioned, large. Let's take a size comparison with the Lamy Safari. So it's pretty much the same size as the Lamy Safari. The Lamy Safari, of course, is a bit longer, but you really can't compare this pen because it's a twist action pen. When I uncap the Lamy Safari, that's the size that you get. So that'll give you an idea of the size of this pen. It's a bit of a baton. So moving on, let's take a look at this clip. It's a very sleek clip, metal. This entire pen is a metal pen, and you have these nice lines, parallel lines that are running over here, and this nicely done Lamy logo, which is, I believe, not exactly etched, but maybe it is just painted, but it looks like a very durable sort of a paint. And this is the finial, so to speak. It's not exactly a finial because this pen doesn't have a cap, and the bottom is this rounded off thing. But the cool part about this pen is the nib. Now, this is a twist action pen, and if you've seen the Pilot Capless or the Platinum Curidas, those are essentially knock based pens, and this is a twist action pen. So I believe this is one of the few twist action pens out there. Lamy has upgraded this one, this model, and it's come out with something called the Lamy CC as of late last year. But anyway, let's take a look at this cool pen. So I twist and the nib comes out, and you'll notice that these lines are gone and the Lamy bit is over here. This is of course loaded with a beautiful 14K extra fine Lamy nib. I must say the Lamy nibs are absolutely amazing. They're very underrated, beautiful writers, very smooth, very, very wet, and frankly quite a joy to write with. So once you retract that, you get the lines, pardon me, you get the lines together, and there you have the pen retracted. So let's take a look at the insides of this pen now. As I mentioned, I have the cartridge in there. It's a pure brass barrel, I believe. It's quite heavy. And here is the converter. Now, once I remove this section, it's got this knurling over here so you can grip it. It looks really, really cool and futuristic. And once I unscrew it, you've separated the pen, essentially the nib unit, with the top part of the pen. And this is what it looks like. Of course, the converter is in here. I'm not going to take that out. This really helps in cleaning the pen. And now also to show you the inside of the cap, which I had mentioned, there is this little tool over here in case you want to clean the pen the inside of that top part, what you essentially do is you just, this is a bit fiddly, but yeah, here we go. You fit this in there, and once it fits, you can essentially operate this hatch over here. Isn't that cool? Turn around, and it operates the hatch. So this enables, this tool essentially enables you to clean this part, which might have some ink deposits, which I'm pretty sure, because it's black you can't see the ink, but I'm pretty sure those deposits are there. So I'll take this off and I'll put the pen back together now. There's the nib unit. And screw it back in. Mind you, without putting this barrel, the nib will not come out when the pen is in this configuration. Just a little bit of side info there. And there we go. And voila. Just a closer look at the mechanism and the way the hatch opens. It's really quite cool. Very, very cool. Right, let's show you a writing sample over here. I have a writing sample here on Rhodia paper, and it's the Rhodia 80 GSM, and the nib of course is an extra fine in gold, but as you can see over here, it's a bit more than an extra fine. Lamy tends to have nibs which run broad, so I would say this is more of a fine, but very, very smooth, very, very enjoyable. The price is not cheap, 20,000 Indian rupees or 270 US dollars. And it's really heavy, this pen. It's 47 grams, so it's really not very practical. But as I said, this is a bit of a party trick. It's a conversation starter and good fun to have in your collection, and of course designed by Franco Clivio. And really, that's about it for this pen. There's not much else. It's really cool, and of course it has been reviewed plenty of times, but it's fun. And let's now take a look at how it writes with a live sample. Okay, this is the Lamy, sorry, nib was exposed for a while. Lamy Dialogue 3 in extra fine. So as you can see, it's quite wet. This Rhodia paper takes the ink in quite quickly, so it tends to dry out. And of course the ink is Pelikan 4001 turquoise, beautiful color. And Pelikan, as you all know, or if you don't know, those inks tend to run a little drier than some of the other inks, like say, you know, Diamine or Iroshizuku, etc, etc. Let's see how this writes on slightly, you know, lower end paper, right? So here we have some regular paper which you can find in your office, not the best quality. Again, let's take a look at the wetness. Looks really nice on this. Doesn't seem to be any feathering on first glance. Sorry about that little skip over there. Don't go by the sound of the nib. The microphone is really sensitive. This is a very silent nib, and it's really, really a pleasure to write with this. So thank you for watching. Do comment, like, subscribe and share, and I'll see you in the next video. Bye bye.